Some bunnies with a Baduka dunk.
Way downtown. Bang! Bang!
Mama, there goes that man.
Welcome to A Tribe Called Swish. This your boy B Moore with J Money. Brought to you by Southern Edge Beverage Company. Like, subscribe, share. Don't be a hater your whole life. Look in the description for a discount code, but more on that later. And also, J Money got loser friends. But I just want to put that out there first and foremost.
I thought you said don't be a hater your whole life, and you just became one.
I'm only a hater part of my life. So what's good with you, man?
Oh man, chilling. Had the day off, so I just woke up from a nap, so I'm also feeling pretty good.
Oh, okay, yeah. So tonight you all rested.
Yeah. So I'm ready for the foolery. So let's go.
All right. Okay, good. Because we probably have a lot. So we're gonna do the Western Conference preview. We're gonna knock that out. We're gonna knock that out today. And first we're gonna start out with league pass teams. And when I say league pass teams, for those who haven't heard us talk about this, is that both Jay Money and I, we are both Celtics fans. We're kind of homers for them. But there are going to be some teams who we're going to be watching all season just because they're either going to be fun to watch, they're going to be funny, or both. So, I'm gonna let you kick this one off. Who are the two teams besides the Celtics that you're going to be looking out for?
For the Western Conference, I got to go with my Warriors.
Actually, no. You know what? Not just in general in the NBA.
In general, bet. So, two teams. I'm gonna go with the Warriors because Curry's gonna be back healthy this year, and I'm gonna go with the Mavericks for sure. That's gonna be my two teams I'm being on the lookout for the season. The Mavericks is because I think Kyrie's expected to come back this season, and then they got a healthy Anthony Davis, and then also a Cooper Flag who's probably going to be playing a whole lot of minutes as well. So I like a team that is young and they got a lot of veterans around them that could make a big run. I like the Warriors because I feel like it's like another redemption season for them. I think if it doesn't work this year, they might blow it up next year, and a lot of people might retire or be switched over to trade it.
Yeah, those are really good picks. Like normally. And most years, the Warriors would definitely be one of my league pass teams. But man, those 11 o'clock start times, I don't know.
Hey man, I might do it. I'm down a Red Bull or a Monster or something and watch that game.
Oh man,
I'm excited for it though. I think they'll probably. I don't know, man. 11 o'clock is kind of crazy, but
yeah.
Hey, we record late at night anyway, so
that's true. That's true. We are. Okay, yeah. I think the Mavs are going to be exciting. I'm waiting to see when or if even Kyrie comes back this season. I know he stated that there is no timetable for him. He's not giving anybody hope. He's just saying he'll be back when his body is ready, which I think is the right approach at his age. Like if he was 26, 27, sure, let's see, that injury maybe, but I think it's the right approach. And that's going to give Cooper Flag a lot of time to kind of spread his wings. Him and AD going to have time to figure out how to play with each other.
Yeah.
And they got D'Angelo Russell, who's like, I mean, no, I'm not even going to insult Kyrie like that. I'm not going to say he's like Kyrie light, but no, he's just he's a solid point guard who normally teams get tired of him by the trade deadline and he'll be shipped someplace else. But I think they have a really good core. I think if there is hope for Kyrie to come back, this team as constructed can stay afloat and compete and be in the playoff hunt until Kyrie gets back. So yeah, those honestly those are two really good looks.
Thank you. Yeah. What about you?
So I am going to go with the off quoted on this podcast. I'm going to watch the Hornets, man. I told you. The Hornets are my league pass team of choice. You would think when I talk about them that they're my favorite team, but they're not. They're just something about this team, man. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe because they're closer. I don't know, but there's something about LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and Brandon Miller who I just like, and I wish them well. I wish them wins. But I know those wins aren't going to come. but I am going to see some great performances. I'm going to see some Rucker style basketball. I'm going to see some fun basketball. I'm going to see a player, like they say, playing with his, like he's playing with headphones in, all these things, all these things. And they're going to put up some of the most empty stats known to man, known to man. But they're going to be Sports Center top 10 highlights almost every time they play. And so I don't know, as we talked about before, if that's good basketball, but I know it's fun basketball. And
I
sometimes fun is what you need.
True. I think I feel like they play a lot of like a lot of individual basketball, but I feel like they would be a good team to watch.
Yeah. And
They
my
remind me of the Harlem Globetrotters.
yes, exactly. Except in the NBA, they're kind of the Washington Generals. So my other team for basketball purposes is going to be the Spurs. And I would have never thought I would
Wow.
ever want to watch the Spurs. But this Spurs team is intriguing because I'm wondering how really the big like Wemby obviously he's
Yeah.
the big thing. But I'm wondering what this De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper, Stephen Castle, what that's going to look like. Because
Mm.
if they can figure it out,
Mhm.
those are three talented wings ball handlers that you have. Guards, all like well, De'Aaron Fox is definitely a guard, but the other two are guard forwards that you have that you kind of figure out what to do. And if he can figure out what to do with them, and then Wimby, which he shows that he's continuing in his
Mhm.
progression, they are going to be a really good team, and they could very well be in middle of the pack, and they could be the team that where we always think the Clippers are going to compete. They could be that team right under like the top three teams where we like okay, y'all can make some noise, and we may start to finally get over this Clipper fever dream of that they're going to win a championship one day. So yeah, I just think the Spurs are going to be a fun team to watch. I think they're going to be as again with everything health for them. Like Wemby missed the second half of the season last year, De'Aaron Fox went down. I think Dylan Harper still is the unknown because he's a rookie. He's got the tools,
Mhm.
but I think they're gonna be a fun team.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the Thunder a little bit with their youth. Because the Aaron Fox, he's only like 26, 27. So
Something like
he's
that,
not
yeah.
official. Yeah, so he's not officially unk status yet. But I do, I
No.
do, I do think that's going to be an interesting group to see. Um, I don't know. I feel like they're missing one more piece, and then they make themselves a pretty good contender. I got a soft spot for the Spurs too. I think it's because of the Popovich legacy as well. But
And
um,
and look, 21-year-old me is laughing at me because I hated the Spurs. I hated the way they played basketball. I thought they were boring. I didn't want them ever on my TV. So
that's
I know
crazy.
20-year-old me is in the ether, like, what the hell happened to you?
Hey,
But
man. Sometimes as we grow older and a little bit more mature, we like to appreciate the beauty in basketball,
yeah.
team basketball.
And honestly, that's kind of what this podcast is about, man. Just appreciating basketball, and we've got it back, and we this is going
Hmm.
to be an exciting season. Like this to me could be the transition year of where we're like, okay, the young guns like OKC won, but OKC needs a foil. Like they need a team to be like, okay, we see you, but we here too.
Yeah.
They need that other team. We were hoping it might have been the Celtics, but the Celtics the Celtics has injury problems, but we'll see. But they need that second team.
Did you did you see that quote with Joe Mazzulla versus Jalen Brown fighting each other?
Oh gosh, yeah. What he
And
said,
he's like, "You're gonna die with me."
Joe Mazzulla. I feel like I say this every podcast, man. Two things: they need to fire him. Number one. Number two, he is such a clown. He is such a clown.
I love it, man, because the man also doesn't get a haircut at all ever.
Nuts.
It just talks crazy.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, like, hey, like him and Kevin Durant, before you talk crazy, man, get a lineup. That's all I ask. All right. So we're gonna jump into our Western Conference preview. Look, the West is stacked. I mean, the
Yeah.
West is this is not like what we did with the East. Like we were talking about a team winning 70 games in the East because it was so weak. And that is not the case out West. So I'm gonna start with the Houston Rockets. We all know the big acquisition. Kevin Durant came over mainly because they saw how this team could not score against Golden State. They
Mhm.
took Golden State to 7. They showed that you can play great defense, but if you cannot put the ball in the hoop when it matters, you're going to lose.
Yep.
And they fixed that. and
Yeah.
and also Kevin Durant signed that $90 million extension, which was not the max, gave Houston flexibility. So if they need to make any more moves, that's going to be possible. So a very team friendly contract. So yeah, Houston is set. I am not on the bandwagon of like championship, but definitely Western Conference Finals is definitely a realistic spot for them.
I I don't know if it's gonna be a spot for them this year. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, they still need a true point guard to lead them. And with Fred Van Vliet out for the season, I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant is going to have to carry a young team again. But I think they have a better chance next year when Fred Van Vliet is back healthy, and then they still have Kevin Durant, and then they have Alperen Sengun, Amen Thompson, and Jabari Smith Jr., who I'm also super excited to see this year because I've been seeing reports of him being attached to KD's hip. When it comes to their scheduling workouts, I don't know if it'll be a conference finals, but they'll definitely be a playoff team for sure this year. That
Yeah,
is without a doubt.
I'm interested in seeing. Like I know he ran it some last year of Amen Thompson running the point and how
Mhm.
that works. So that starting lineup that they showed Amen at the point, KD at the 2. They have Jabari Smith at the 3.
Mhm.
Um,
Alpern at 4.
Alfred at 4, and then Steven Adams at 5.
Yeah.
So Amen Thompson at 6'7" is the smallest person on the starting lineup. So that's
Tall
starting
ball.
that's crazy. That starting line was just arms, right? Just arms. That's all that is just a bunch of arms flailing. So I think it's going to be interesting because, as we talked about with his brother, is he can't shoot.
Yeah.
So if him playing point and over the summer that midi is a little bit better,
Mhm.
and that means that they're not packing the lane. That means that Alfred's gonna have room down low. That means KD's gonna have room to move. This could be interesting. But and I think Ime believes in Reed Shepard. So I think
I
that's
do.
so I think that's going to be interesting because he seemed to really believe in him. Like when Van Vliet went down, he was not like he didn't seem very concerned. So he really believes in Reed Shepard. So we'll see. But
Hey man. Hey, don't sleep on Reed Shepard, man. I feel like he is. We have an upcoming like Austin Reeves situation. Like the more playing time he gets, which will help build his confidence. I feel like Reed Shepard is going to be that guy.
it's possible. I liked him. I think he went to Michigan, right? I,
Yeah.
I liked him there, and I thought that he was athletic. I thought he could shoot the ball, but for
Mhm.
some reason, it wasn't working out. Like he wasn't getting playing time. They had him in the G League for a while, and he came back. So, but whatever he's been doing, whatever work he's put in, Ime seems very high on him. Like he is not his support for Reed Shepard has not wavered. So we'll see. So I think the Rockets are going to be an exciting team. So you don't think Western Conference Finals? You think first, second round?
I'm gonna go second round because of KD.
Okay.
If they didn't have KD, their first round exit for sure.
For sure. I agree with that. All right, next. Not second, but definitely the actual NBA champions, OKC Thunder. So they're going to raise their banners tonight in front of OKC alum Kevin Durant, which I know the NBA did absolutely on purpose,
I love it. I
just for
love
the
it.
drama, because the
I
NBA
love it.
loves drama. So definitely, so ring night on opening night. So I mean, what can we say with OKC? They're bringing back the crew. The crew is back. Everyone is seemingly in a good state of health. So they're they're the belle of the ball, and someone's gonna have to prove that they can beat this team. And
That's it.
if this was a team who was like at the end of their prime, where we're like, okay, this is where they're going to go down, then I would be like, okay, definitely they may right for us. But this team is just this team just learning how to play basketball. That's the scariest thing about the Thunder, is that this team is still learning how to play basketball, and they all have good contracts. So breaking up the team isn't something we're gonna have to hear about for at least 2 seasons probably. So that's the scary thing about this team. I don't know how you beat this team 4 times. I just don't.
I feel that the only way the Thunder can lose is if they beat themselves, and that was proven last year in the playoffs a lot, where
Yeah.
they start off strong and then they let off on the throttle, and then
They trick off games. You're right.
trick off games way too much. And that's a young team mentality, right? When you got a ring now, you're gonna be smelling yourself, as my dad would say, you're smelling your pee a little bit. So I feel that it's going to be the team might implode on itself, and the Rockets come away with the win because of their habit of letting off the throttle. Because they're gonna come in real cocky. They're young. They all number
Yep.
what 20 plus 20, 22? And the
Something like that.
oldest is Alex Caruso. Man, they're gonna come in there like, yeah, we got a ring. What's up? And we gotta go, and we're going against KD, and we're gonna show him why we got a ring without him. They're gonna be talking to him all night, especially the fans. Fans is gonna be talking to him all night.
But what if this team comes back like the 73 win Warriors, where they're like, you know what? We won one ring, but we better than y'all. And we just gonna blow y'all out every night. Because we've seen when OKC locks in,
Mhm.
they don't play the fourth quarter.
Right.
They don't play like past that, sometimes the second half of the third quarter.
Right.
Like we've seen them get on these runs where like we see Shea like dry as a bone in the middle of the fourth quarter. It looks like he never even played. And he already has 30. So we've seen this team do that. And for me, that's the scariest thing about the league, is that if this young team comes back and has that hunger, like, oh, y'all thought it was a fluke because Hallie got injured, and y'all thought that because of this happened and this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Watch this. And that's and I'm not saying it will happen, but with this young team, and like their personalities are very interesting to me. Like none of them are very like social media heavy. Like Shay is kind of, but
Yeah.
he's not a you Shay posts himself, and that's it. He's not on every podcast.
No.
Neither is Chet. Neither is Jalen. Neither is J Dub. None of them are like those type of stars.
Which is surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly, right? You would think. But the summer, when you think about the summer for them, pretty quiet. Shay was out and about because he released a sneaker, which I like, by the way.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But they're not that. It's very possible. And listen, we will see. We will see tomorrow. This team could be locked in, and if they're locked in, bro, the league in
I
trouble.
Tomorrow sets the foundation for the Thunder, and more for the Thunder than the Rockets.
Oh, absolutely.
I really feel like tomorrow sets the foundation for this season for the Thunder, because you're going against the Rockets and it's ring ceremony night. You have to win on ceremony night.
Yeah.
That's a gimme. We've seen teams lose on ring ceremony night. That's embarrassing, right?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I lose faith immediately in that team if they lose on ring ceremony night. I feel like this is a bit on a bigger scale because it's Kevin Durant. You're playing in front of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You're playing in front of the guy who loves trash talk, who thrives off of trash talk. I don't know if you saw the documentary. That man wakes up loving the trash talk.
I know. I'm
That's
liking. I'm loving
insane.
starting five. Yeah. Netflix doing a good job of that. Yeah.
Yo, that is a man. That is a walking example of a man who chooses violence every day and loves it.
For sure.
So I feel that the OKC Thunder, they really got to bring it. They really can't let off because we've seen KD even on a bad night drop 45.
Yeah.
And the Thunder fans, please don't start that cupcake stuff. Don't do it.
All right. Next one. Denver Nuggets. This is a very interesting team. So the first year without Michael Porter Jr., they also got rid of Russell Westbrook, so he's with the Kings now.
That's weird.
They brought back Bruce Brown. They re-signed Christian Braun.
Mhm.
Brown, sorry, I forgot. It looks like Braun, but it's Brown.
Yeah.
Which
Brown and
is
Brown. Yeah.
yeah, so this Aaron Gordon looks to be healthy again. So this team is interesting because I think they are a good team with such a great player. He can elevate them to places that we won't expect. Like the way Jamal Murray disappeared in the playoffs last year. I mean, like that's his thing. We give Jamal Murray a pass. We like, look, he don't really play that much in the regular season,
Yeah.
but in the playoffs, he's gonna be money, and he was not last year. And so I don't know. That's why he got the dreads now. So he's like he's trying to do something different. I don't
Dreadhead
know.
J.
So he's I don't know if I don't know if he's like, well, shoot, my Toronto brethren, Shea got a ring now, so I got, and so we tied, and I had to get, like, I don't know, but he gonna have to do something. Like, look, we have given Jamal Murray a pass because he don't play in the regular season, like
Yeah.
he just don't, and him not showing up last year. You got Aaron Gordon last year in the playoffs on one leg, ball out of control, doing everything he could. Jokic doing his Jokic thing. So this team, they made some changes. They have a new coach, but I just don't know about this. Is probably for me my biggest question mark because it's hard for me to be like, you have the best player in the world, so you're not good. I can't say that, but sometimes the way when I look at this roster, I don't feel very confident in them.
I look at the roster and I'm not bought. I'm not sold on it. I don't. I'm not confident in them. I haven't been confident in them since they fired Mike Malone, and that man made me a believer in the Nuggets. He did. He talked his trash. He backed it up. I liked his thinking. I liked his strategy. I liked that he made everyone know. He made Jokic feel important and a vital part of the franchise. And he gave Jamal Murray more hope and a second chance career post his leg injury. So I had a soft spot for Mike Malone.
Yeah.
This new coach, I don't know, man. I'm not bought. I'm not sold on him. I don't think he's going to be a good coach. I don't think he's going to be a winning coach. I think he'll probably be fired by year two, honestly.
Well, that'll depend on if Jokic likes him. I think that still be determined. Oh, they also got remember they got Cam Johnson from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He came over. So they got more shooting, so that replaced MPJ. Jonas Valanciunas, he's over there now, so that's going to help. Jokic might not have to play all those minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It might be interesting of a Valanciunas Jokic lineup.
That's
It might be if they go big, would be crazy. So they made some moves. I mean, it's not the big splash that you would hope for them, but they're kind of in salary cap right now, so they're limited.
I think I feel like they did make a big splash. They
Okay.
made some relevant signings. They made signings that made sense. If we really think about it, take 2 seconds and really think about where they struggled last year.
Mhm.
They struggled with shooting. Like Jokic carried the team, so they made relevant signings. Everyone, if we look at their healthy team and we do an eye test, they're legit. However, coaching is the thing that drives success for this team.
Absolutely. I can agree with
And
that.
yeah, and last year I wasn't sold on their coaching last year
Mhm.
because this guy looks like he was just like, let's just play off Nikola and then we'll be fine. So
I mean,
that's why I'm not bought.
they
I'm
didn't
not
have a.
sold on
I
him.
mean, and honestly, last year they really didn't have a choice. He dude got what? He got the job in the middle of the second week of April, somewhere around there.
Like
They
the
had the playoffs.
playoffs.
Right, the playoffs started a week later. They didn't have a choice. Like it was like he like it was really like, hey guys, roll the ball out there and play ball, and I'll call it. You let me know when to call a timeout. That was how they had to roll. But you're right. You're right. Stepping back, the Valanciunas and the Cam Johnson signing are going to be big for them.
Mhm.
Um, I am still not quite sure what to do with Christian Brown because he's not a good shooter, but he plays overall solid basketball. But he's not really a point guard.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Like he has value.
Yeah,
He's one of those. I just don't know how to feel about him. I think he's athletic, but he can't shoot. He plays good defense, but he's not a consistent scorer. You
mhm.
know,
I
what
look
do you
at him
think
as an
about
Andrew Wiggins. I look at him as an
that?
Andrew Wiggins
Oh,
type of player
well, okay. You know what?
because
This Andrew Wiggins, sure. Okay, yeah.
yes, hear me out. Hear
Yeah,
me
okay.
out. Yeah, he can rebound.
Mhm.
He can give you, like you just said. I think he's a solid all around player
Yes, absolutely.
because we don't need to have the Nuggets don't need to have high expectations of Christian Braun because why? They made 2 crucial signings and they have Nikola Jokic,
True.
Cam Johnson, Valanciunas, Nikola Jokic, and then they got Jamal Murray whenever he decides to play basketball, and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
So if you look at it again from an outward perspective, I'm not expecting much from Christian Braun because I also have Bruce Brown, who literally was just a guy who got the rebound. You needed a rebounder, and he was that guy.
Right.
If he got a rebound and he was going on a fast break, that was your guy. Like he did enough to make the team competitive and keep him in the game. And that's how I look at Christian Brown. No high expectations, solid player. I think they'll probably have him develop his shooting because it is a 3-point heavy game. Have him develop his 3-point shooting and then keep him be solid on his defense. Make him a really good 2-way player. That's
Right.
how I would go at it.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move to. I mean, listen, I agree with everything you just said. I agree with everything you said. I do. I mean, yeah, I do. It's just I still don't know. I still don't know. Right? I just still don't know. All right, we're gonna move to everyone ESPN's favorite team. If you're a podcaster, everyone else's favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. I think we can safe to say that this is not a championship year for the Lakers.
No.
All right. So we've had the pomp and circumstance of LeBron being the NBA's all-time leading scorer. We've had the Bronny and Braun moment on the court. We've gotten past all that stuff. We had the big trade of Anthony Davis last year, so Luka's over there. So now the smoke is cleared, the dust is settled, and what we have is a 5 seed. I mean, when we all look at things, we have a 5 seed, right? And look, there is no shame of being a 5 seed,
Oh
but
God.
I
When
think
you say it like that, yes it is.
but we have to recognize that this is not a championship team. They're nowhere close to being a championship team.
Mm-hmm.
They're closer to being a play-in team than a championship team because listen, this team is not deep. So listen, they don't even need for LeBron or Luka to get hurt. They mess around and lose Austin Reeves, and this is a play-in team. like Austin Reeves gets hurt, miss extensive time. This is a play-in team because after LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, you're going to depend on DeAndre Ayton.
God no.
You would depend on what, Jackson Hayes?
Hey, maybe. No, just kidding.
Luke Knight?
So if I look at their roster, right? I mean, Austin Reeves goes down. They got Dalton Connect. You give him. Don't do. Don't. I'm gonna say this as well too. It's controversial, right?
Okay.
All right. Let's say Luka goes down, and Austin Reeves goes down. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we have Marcus Smart and Gabe Vincent. And then, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Bronny James.
His coming out party. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
And then some guy named Chris Menon. Look, man, the point is, I feel like the Lakers team is just a milestone team. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've listed the accomplishments of LeBron. And LeBron's, like you said, LeBron scoring title, the historical moment of him and Bronny being on the same floor. He passed Kobe on the list, was scoring list too. So it's just a team of milestones. I feel that the Lakers can be really successful post LeBron. I don't like the Lakers because LeBron is on there. And I hate that I will forever hate that LeBron chose to go to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I will forever hate it. I don't like it. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I love the JJ Redick hiring though.
Yeah.
If we take LeBron out of the picture, they have a solid team that they can build a solid future around.
True. I agree.
And that trade last year with Dalton Connect was a sign of good things to come because they needed a big man last year and they were going to get Marvin Williams from Charlotte. But he failed his physical.
Right.
But I really love this team when LeBron retires. And then it also gives a true chance for Bronny to continue to develop under JJ Redick and improve his shooting. If Bronny can continue to improve his shooting, he's got a fan in JJ Redick. And I think that he'll be a solid point guard in the years to come.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm with you. I think you're right. The AD trade really showed that they're really looking at a post LeBron world, and it's gonna be some lean times for the next couple of years.
Yeah,
but they're the Lakers. Once they get some money back on the cap, somebody's gonna want to come to them, and they'll be back up again. But
yeah,
until King James decides to hang them up, and look, and he don't seem like he wants to. So we may be in for a few more seasons of bad basketball from the Lakers.
We got another Kobe that doesn't want to retire. That's
right. All right, so we're gonna move on to a team to bring about the opposite, a young team with hope, the San Antonio Spurs. So this is what I said prior when we were talking about our league pass team. The Spurs for me are an exciting team. I look at their roster. There looks like they've released their starting lineup. So Wemby obviously is starting. He's starting center. We're rolling with De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle at the guards. They're going Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell at the forward. So good starting lineup. The number 2 pick, Dylan Harper, coming off the bench. I was curious what they're going to do with that because normally 2 pick, you want to try to rush them in there. But with the team they have, they don't have to.
Yeah.
They have some decent bench. Kelly Olynyk, he's gonna give you good minutes. Dylan Harper again. Bismack
Jeremy
Biyombo,
Sochan.
I can't believe he's still playing. He's been playing forever. Luke Cornett.
Years.
So Luke Cornett's a good shooter. So yeah, they've got a solid team. I think they are going to make some noise in the West. Not a top 3 team, but they're going to be interesting and fun to watch. As I said before, I like this team, man. I think I just feel this could be that surprise team. They may be the Thunder of what 2 years ago, where they're like just ahead of schedule, and so it might be better than what people think they are. I mean, I think we'll see in the first couple of weeks, but this team could really, if this team could really be ahead of schedule because they've got a nice mix of youth and veteran. So we'll see.
This team reminds me of the 2K generated non-generic players. It's like so random. Like it doesn't even make any sense. But they're all pretty decent players. I feel like the only person that needs to get out of there though is Jeremy Sochan. He's so random. Like, what are you even
He
doing
is.
there? I don't get him. I don't understand him. I like the
Can't
hope
stand
for the
him making
team.
free throws.
That's just he doesn't make with pink hair, dude. At least, like, if you're trying to be like Dennis Rodman, be good, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. But other than that, yeah, I think that I agree with you too. Like, they're a solid team. I don't feel like they're ready yet. I understand where you're coming from. They're a very Thunder-esque team 2 years ago. They need a backup point guard for De'Aaron Fox, a solid point guard, like a Reed Shepherd or an Austin Reeves. They need another high scorer guy because they're more likely, if they're trying to do like a template or a blueprint from the original Spurs dynasty days, they're gonna need a point guard that can move and direct traffic and run the plays through them. Especially, go ahead.
But I think that's why they got Dylan Harper. I think that's the role, and I think Dylan Harper can play the 1 or the 2. And so I think right now, coming off the bench, he's probably going to be playing a lot of probably 1, depending on how they do Stephon Castle's minutes and things like that. But you're right. I think you're completely on target. And I think that's why they weren't going for a 3-guard lineup to start out. Why they want Dylan Harper to come off the bench. But I think you're absolutely on point with that.
That lineup kind of reminds me of bringing Lou Williams off the bench to provide a little spark for them.
Yeah,
I like that. I like what they're doing. I also like the coach is super young too.
Yes,
and he was under
yeah.
Popovich for some years too, right? So I like him. I'm excited to what he's gonna do with them. I wish nothing but the best for the Spurs team. I never say that about a lot of franchise teams. Okay, I don't.
Right.
But this team gives me hope.
Yeah.
You know, if I was an old man that was smoking a pipe, those old cigar pipes or whatever, I go, oh boy, old chap. My God, I think we've done it.
All right, we move on to our next team, Dallas Mavericks. So that's one of your league pass teams. Touched on them. So there's just so many question marks with this team. There is
Really,
to me, this team is very interesting because there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope, but there's also a lot of question marks. The hope is Cooper Flag. The hope is AD health. The hope is this team gelling. The question marks are also Kyrie, consistent play from PJ Washington. You need these things to be consistent. What kind of player is D'Angelo Russell going to be? Is he going to be D'Angelo Russell from Brooklyn, or he's going to be D'Angelo Russell from everywhere else? So, so there's, that's the thing. But personally, I like Dallas. I just don't know with the first half of the season what this team is going to look like. I feel like a lot is going to rest on the development of Cooper Flag and if Anthony Davis can stay in the lineup. And those are two things that aren't, because after watching Cooper Flag play in the preseason, I believe in him. Like I was not a believer early on. I think we discussed this before. Like I saw him at Duke. I always thought he looked slow to me. Even his high school highlights, he just didn't move like an NBA player. But I seen him in preseason. He's moving well on the court. He feels like he knows basketball. But depending on the development of a rookie and a person who can't really stay healthy, it's kind of a lot to ask in the first half of the season.
I disagree.
Okay.
The if I'm looking at a team in the position of the Mavericks, let's say what team reminds you of the Mavericks right now? Like if you had a mirror of the Mavericks, what's the team that you'd be like, oh, okay?
I don't know. Maybe the Celtics.
The Celtics is a good pick.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Pacers.
Okay.
So the Pacers are great at depth because their major player, Tyrese Halliburton, went down. TJ McConnell came in, stepped up to the plate. Dude, I don't know what it is. It's like maybe it's because he's 6 foot that plays like a 6'4" guard and yell in your face of a 7 foot big man. And I love and he's so tenacious. I don't know. I think it's also because Jimmy Butler loved him too when he played it together in Philly. But outside of TJ McConnell, they had Andrew Nembhard, and then they also had Aaron Nesmith. So right now, I look at the Dallas Mavericks team like that. Like if AD goes down, they have so much flexibility in their roster, and they have Jason Kidd, who has the IQ and makes coaching adjustments to be like, okay, AD goes down, we could put Daniel Gafford there in his place, or we could put Derek Lively there, or maybe Dwight Powell, God forbid. But we have the players to make the adjustments to still be successful. We might not win by big blowouts. We'll probably have consistently, if AD and Cooper Flag goes down and then we're stuck with D'Angelo Russell, we're looking at a solid 90 point, maybe 90 to 100 point team that can play every night. They have the players to move around. They have the versatility. It's actually insane. And then they got Klay Thompson as well, who's also a veteran, who can still hey man, say what you want, but Klay Thompson can still shoot the lights out. He needed a career revival with the Mavericks.
He can.
Argue with the wall.
I am not as high on Klay Thompson as you are.
Because you're a hater.
You have been beating this Klay Thompson drum, and I don't know. I don't see it.
You're a hater.
Klay Thompson can give you good nights. Every few days he can give you good nights. But he is not that guy for them. But I agree. You do make a valid point. They do have a lot of versatility with their roster. Of people they can move around, people they can put in places, people who can kind of hold down the fort. I just don't. The West is so deep. Mm-hmm. I just worry that it's just not enough because the West is just so deep. That's my thing. And their best hope is going really for like playoff contention would be really how fast these teams who made a lot of moves, how fast they gel. Mm-hmm. I think that's when we're going to see exactly, okay, how good is this Mavericks team? I think Cooper Flag is going. Anthony Davis. I mean, before I get to Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis is going to have to make up his mind what kind of player he wants to be. Does he want to be the dominant player, no matter where they put him, or does he want to be, just a really good player who never lived up to his potential? I think Anthony Davis has everything to be this guy and dominate and put up insane numbers. Like honestly, how we were talking about with Giannis was like, okay, look, it's all on me. I'm going to put up these insane historic numbers and I'm going to carry this team. But every time that's been on his shoulders in his career, his body either broke down, he gets traded, or something happens where he never lives up to that potential. And so that's my biggest thing with this team is like this team is good as versatile. They're deep. They have all those things that you spoke about. But if Anthony Davis doesn't play like the big dog, doesn't play like the man, doesn't play like a top 10 player, it don't matter. Because if he plays like a top 20 player, top 25 player, this could be a slightly over 500 team. But if he plays like that guy who can drop 40 and grab 20 boards with 5 blocks on any given night, then yeah. And then you don't need Cooper Flag to try to hit 20. Cooper Flag can average 15 and you're good. Just, you don't have to put that pressure on him. But that's why I'm just so hesitant to be like, oh, Dallas can do it because I don't trust Anthony Davis.
I see where you're coming from, and I hear you. However, I feel this is the year where we see a really consistent Anthony Davis. Now, if I had a house and I was a betting man, I would not bet my house. I would not bet my
Good.
I would put, if I had a motorcycle, I would bet my motorcycle.
Okay, fair.
I would bet my motorcycle because I feel that Anthony Davis is aware of his shortcomings physically.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason he hasn't successfully, I feel like he's hit his ceiling. He's reached his potential.
Mm-hmm.
But he has the ability to go beyond that potential and push it farther. However, he is known for a glass body. Now he has to wear glasses because of a loose, like of a loose retina. So like, dude, you are literally one eye poke away from a career-ending like situation.
Yeah.
So he has to, and I feel like if I was Jason Kidd, I'd be like, Anthony, I'm gonna play you for 20 to 25 minutes a night.
Yeah.
And you are getting your glass behind off the court. Unless we are going into overtime. If we are in overtime, you're playing 2 minutes and you're done.
Yeah.
Because I need him in the playoffs. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be what do they call it? Workload in the NBA. Load management. I'm load managing Anthony Davis to death in the regular season until the playoffs come. Because, bro, I would put my career on three future Hall of Famers. Klay Thompson, Kyrie, Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the potential of Cooper Flag.
Right.
Dude, he's got to get it together. And I feel like he knows that, though.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the clips. He should know this. I feel that if he doesn't get it together this season, he's probably going to be done.
So speaking of teams that might be done that you keep holding on to, Golden State.
They're not done. I refuse.
Golden State.
No. Denial.
So look, I love Steph Curry just like the next man. And as I said to you a couple of days ago, he's 37. Now granted, Steph's 37 is different from most people 37 because he shoots a lot. He's not taking a lot of pounding that we're used to seeing, So his 37 is different. But this team is interesting. This team has a lot of question marks. Steph is definitely not a question mark. Steph's going to do Steph. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. Steph's going to have another All-Star year, probably another All-NBA year. Steph's going to be Steph. But when it gets past Steph, scary hours. Because we've got Draymond Green. We've got, again, Hall of Famer, good defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna put a lot of buckets up, Cool. That's not his game. Fine.
He will give you a quadruple single. That's any given night.
Then we've got Jimmy Butler. Yes. And playoff Jimmy didn't really show up last year.
Don't be a hater. Don't do this.
Don't. Playoff Jimmy didn't really, They really show out. You know, he saw that Thompson twin, and he had he had some problems. You know, so playoff didn't really
I
show up.
listen.
You know,
He still dropped 35.
he had a good game. You know, he had a good game, not a good series.
It just says he
Um,
dropped 35.
then you have Jonathan Kuminga, who I think that story is still being told because I mean, yes, he's back, but
Is he?
I mean, when your head coach doesn't have any faith in you, I mean, really, what's left? You know, you have Moses Moody, um, who's I'm still not sure what to do about him. I think I almost feel like he's I feel similar about how I feel about Christian Brown. I just don't know what to do with them yet.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dude? Not Taylor Horton Price. The hyphenated dude.
Tracy
Yeah.
Jackson Davis.
Yes, Jackson Davis. Yes, who's young, who's got potential, but yeah, this team. I mean, how long can you just put everything on Steph's shoulders and be like, "Hey, get us to the playoffs"? When does that train end? Because that's pretty much what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Steph, get us to the playoffs, please.
I look at this team and I see a team that's making one last push before they just go, well, we tried. We've had a successful franchise. We got 4 rings out of a once in a generational lifetime talent. We had 3 Hall of Famers on our team. Actually, we've had 4 Hall of Famers on our team: Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond. Um, we've done it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done it. I have no problem going into rebuilding mode for another 3 or 4 years.
Right.
I look at this team, Uncle T. I really look at this team. I look at their roster, and the biggest question mark that I have that is on this roster is why in the blue blazes did we sign Al Horford, a 39-year-old man who literally has, I think he said he had 8 kids. Why are you not at home with your 8 kids?
Be a family man. Go
Be
home.
a family man, dude. What are you there for? Why are you're 39? You know, you're not like, I look at him and I scratch my head and I go, we really signed this dude. If we signed him when he was prime Al Horford, when he was with the Hawks, I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. This man is 39 years old. His knees don't work like they used to before.
Bro, his knees ain't working in a few years.
And for a few years, you can barely get a board. Mister, what are you doing? They're brought off getting DeAndre Ayton, honestly. Or Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, DeAndre Ayton was not going to be able to deal with Draymond and Jimmy Butler. That man would have quit basketball. He don't have the mental fortitude to deal with those two. No,
only the strong survive those two.
Yeah, you know. The Al Horford signing is puzzling to me because I don't understand why this organization does not understand height. Like I don't understand why this organization does not understand height. Like, guys, they make centers over 6'9". I promise you they exist. They are out there. You can sign them. Just ask. Ask
Oh.
around. They're like, nope, 6'9". That's all. That's
Or
that's
6'7".
right. Oh God, man. So, it's like that, that's their that's my biggest beef with this team. It's, you see the West. You look out in the West. You look at the top teams in the West. They all have big men. Serviceable big men. Not necessarily dominant, but serviceable
Mhm.
big men. From Hartenstein to Steven Adams to Rudy Gobert, big men.
Yeah.
And you gonna roll out here with Al Horford
39-year-old bad
and
knees.
and Draymond Green. Like, yes, Draymond Green, come on, you could still do it. No, Draymond Green is 35. 25, 28-year-old Draymond Green, sure, maybe. No, man, this man is on the other side. And he listen, and he fought these battles against these big guys, but no, he is past that. He can't anymore. He can't. I just don't understand why they don't understand height. I just don't. I just
Hear
don't.
me out. Hear me out. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's do this. Let's play devil's advocate, a new segment to the Tribe Called Swish.
All right.
Outward perspective, we see the league love to play big man ball, tall ball. Let's call it
Yes.
tall ball. Okay?
Okay.
I have a team that's small ball. That's small ball. The big men aren't nimble. If I have a history of playing fast, I'm going with the Warriors because make teams play their pace, fast breaks. They are such high success rate on a fast break because Stephen Curry and Draymond push the tempo so much. If Draymond gets a rebound or crashes the board, he's pushing the pace, leaking, going out to the farthest guy who's leaking out, which is more likely going to be Jimmy Butler. If someone comes up behind Jimmy Butler, who is he dishing it out to the corner? Buddy Hield. But I would never think in a million years I would say that with utmost confidence. Buddy Hield in the corner making the three.
Okay. So here's my problem with that.
Mhm.
Is you're talking about a Golden State team from 5 years ago.
Last year.
This team, the only person who you would say is fast at this point is Kuminga, or has quickness is really Kuminga. They don't have the they don't have athleticism right now. They have, what do they call it? Guile. That's what they have. They have guile. They have basketball knowledge. They have wisdom. They don't have speed. You can't
Mhm.
have 30-year-old starters and think you're over athletic right now. And a 39-year-old coming off the bench, Al Horford, thinking that you can play fast. Playing fast is a dream. Okay? Like, yeah, like this team, yes, to your point, if this team was 5 years younger and they still wanted to go small, sure, absolutely. But this team is not. They've lost. They're losing athleticism daily because of where they are in the age. And look, I am older than all of them, and so I know what happens as you reach these ages. 35 ain't 25. All right. Trust me on this one. And for Al Horford, I know for a fact 39 is not 29. so look, that's my thing. I get your point, but this team isn't that. This team isn't that. I'm curious what the average pace of play was from last year. So I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. I also look at it at this too. I feel like the Warriors could have made a trade for Khalil Ware from Miami Heat if they truly wanted a big man. Bro, he is explosive. He's 7'2", 230. The last time, they also have Quentin Post this year too, who I think he's
Oh
like
yeah,
6'10", I think.
yeah.
But if you want, I think the Warriors, and I hope Mike Dunleavy can make a trade for an explosive big man, because what'll happen, it'll take so much pressure off of Steph and Draymond and Jimmy Butler to produce points. Like, it's going to be so fun.
So the Warriors last year was 17th in the league for average pace of play. So, and they've only gotten older. So as you again, just for clarity, there are 30 teams in the league. So so there are 17th out of 30. So I'm not sure how much this team can increase their pace of play. But I get your point. But we can talk about the Golden State all day, all night, because you love this team. But we've got to move on to some of the other teams in the West who are definitely not competing for any rings, like the Los Angeles Clippers.
I don't even know why we talk about them. That's the Unk status team, the retirement home.
Man, listen, man, this is definitely a scary hours team
Yeah.
because I don't know what to make of this team. I don't. I mean, I like James Harden. I like Kawhi Leonard. Zubac is a monster. But I don't know what to make of this team. They played a hell of a series against Denver last year.
Yep.
That's probably the best Clippers basketball. I mean, I think we've seen in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I don't. They lost Norman Powell, who was a borderline All Star last year. I think this is the beginning of the end for the Clippers, and with the whole Kawhi Leonard thing going on, like they're looking real sketchy in the light right now.
I think you're the only one who thought Norman Powell was going to be an All-Star last year.
Dude, look, man, I promise you, if LeBron did the right thing last year and said, "I'm not going to play in the All Star game," Norman Powell would have taken that spot as
No,
a reserve. He
no.
would have gotten that spot.
Hey,
Listen,
Norman
they,
Powell.
they weren't going to give it to LaMelo, which he should have gotten that spot because
Yeah.
LaMelo was on a losing team, even though his fans wanted him to be on the team. They should have given it to him, but the NBA would have given it to Norman Powell. They would have given it to Norman Powell.
No.
Anyway, continue.
Absolutely. But the Clippers for me are the biggest question mark this year. If I had a definition of what a question mark does, it would be this team because I don't know what's going on. Got Brooke Lopez, Chris Paul, Kawhi, James Harden. What is the goal here? These are guys looking to push their last year of their lives. It's like dragging your grandfather to a race car match. Just you can drive one more lap around the track, granddad. You got it. And he's just like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, that's what we're looking at here. I don't get it. I don't like it. I have no hope for the team. Blow it up, honestly. Get rid of Tyronn Lue. Just start over. Get your money back. Stop.
Yeah, seriously, there's just not a lot with this Clippers team. Like I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do with them. Like I just don't. Like I even forgot all about that Chris Paul came back. I mean,
He's done.
what are you looking to get from Chris Paul at this point in his career right now? What are you hoping for? So I don't. Yeah, this team, they're probably going to figure out a way to get into the playoffs, but
There's no Lucky Charms in this cereal box.
no.
Move on to the Honey Nut Cheerios.
But what I will say, if this team finds a way to have decent health and stay in the hunt for a top 4 seed somehow, maybe even a 3 seed, I will give Tyronn Lue his props because that takes good coaching and great management for him to figure out how to make this team truly competitive.
Listen, man. Uncle Third, I can't see where you're coming from. I don't get it. I just call me Stevie Wonder because I don't see it. I don't.
Davey,
I don't get it, man. I can't see it. I don't. I don't
see. I'm just saying. There are reports that that maybe he can. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly.
Hey man. Oh man. Dark jokes for days. Anyway. I lost my train of thought. Um yeah, man. I don't have any hope for the team. I think we're wasting years. If I were to look at the roster, I'm looking at the roster and we're wasting years of Zubac's career.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I would do what the Spurs did it to someone, Derek White. What they did to Derek White, what Greg Popovich said, you're wasting your career here.
Yeah.
We're gonna ship you off to a contender. I would do the same thing for Zubac and any young player on that roster. It's like, I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. It's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. Man. Yeah.
Real
All right.
dark.
So we are going to group these next three teams together. Pelicans, Kings, Grizzlies. I think they're kind of all in the same boat of going nowhere fast, but they have some names on their team that kind of makes you kind of pay attention to them. The Pelicans, they have Zion. Zion comes back to camp and to the start of the season looking in shape, so that's cool. The Kings are the Chicago Bulls West. They've got they got DeRozan. They got Zach LaVine. They just signed Russ. Sabonis is going to miss the first couple games, I think.
Yeah.
In Memphis, we're still trying to figure out what this team is going to be. Desmond Bain got shipped out of there. New coach. Jaws starting the season kind of banged up a little bit. So we'll see how this new offense affects Triple J. These are like the play-in special right here. Like these three things, this is the play-in special. You know, that's all I can say with these teams. That each team has something or someone special about them that you like. Okay, if things happen, maybe, but we kind of know the reality of how this works out. That man, these are play-in teams tops. And
Hey
plus, with
man.
the Kings, I mean, the Kings are the Kings. There is no hope in that organization they will ever be anything more than what they are. So,
It just went crazy. I gotta say that the Pelicans are gonna be the Charlotte Hornets of the. They got
West.
Jordan. Yeah, they got Jordan Poole, Kevon Looney, and Zion. Just three knuckleheads, just not doing anything. We got one who was with a porn star and couldn't stop eating chicken, and then another one that just got knocked out by Draymond and hasn't been the same since. So
Hey, look, man, you put some baddies in the front row for Jordan Poole, yo, he going for 30. Granted, he's going to shoot 30 times, but
yeah,
he's going for
he's gonna
30.
give you 30. Hey man. But I think if of all the three teams here, I have more hope for the Pelicans than I do have the Kings and the Grizzlies. No lie.
Yeah. I'm going to say I have more hope for the Grizzlies because the Grizzlies core is still intact. A lot, as always, with the Grizzlies. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't know they shipped off Desmond Bain, but a lot with the Grizzlies is always been health, man. That's been their biggest thing. Or rather, it's Ja out, it's Triple J out, it's all these various pieces in and out of the lineup. They can never get any type of momentum going. So when they are there, they've historically played ball, but they got a new coach. So we'll see how that goes. So out of these three, I probably have more faith in the Grizzlies. But again, that saying I have more faith is, that faith word is doing a lot of work right there.
You have the faith of a mustard seed.
Yeah, I mean, it's about that size. It is about that size.
Hey man, the Pelicans might surprise everybody.
Hey, look, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So going to some of the bottom feeders, we've got the Phoenix Suns. We're gonna breeze through these last three teams because
There's nothing to talk about.
yeah, it's I mean the lights are already out and the season hasn't started yet. So we got the Phoenix Suns. I There talk that this could be a surprisingly one of the surprise teams. I don't see it. I mean, they've got this team is a weird team where they have a lot of pieces, but none of these pieces seem to make sense together. So I'm not really, but I feel this is going to be for Devin Booker. This is going to be his Kobe year where he had that game of 81 points because he knew the Lakers weren't nothing, and so he was like, I am going to do me the whole year." And I think this is where we're going to see Book. Book just got that new contract. Book is going to be, he's going for broke. I'm going to probably be tuning into some Phoenix Suns games just to see Book drop 50 because I think that's what time he's on right now. This team is not competitive. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not going to the play-in. They might be trying to get a lottery pick, but Book is like, yo, give me the rock. What do y'all want? Y'all want a 50 piece? Y'all want 60? What do y'all want tonight? Because that's what I'm serving. Yes, we're gonna lose by 15, but I'ma have 60.
Phoenix Suns, I also empathize with them because I also empathize with Devin Booker. He's a guy that can drop. He literally can drop 72.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, he's also a guy that if I were the Suns organization, I'd be like, yo, I love you, man, but what if we send you to someone else?
They're not. They just re-signed him. He just re-signed.
I know, crazy contract.
Listen, man, he's on that Bradley Beal time. He's like, I'm getting my money. I'm not getting the ring, so I'm getting that money.
At least it's not on a small market team either. At least he's not on the Washington Wizards. If he was on the Wizards, I'd like, please get him out of there.
Bradley Beal, he's about his money. He needs more cars. So but
his cars, yeah.
So it's going to be a Kobe season for him. That might be my sneaky pass for league pass time. It might be like, yo, it's third quarter, Book got 30. Listen, you might get that text like Book got 30 in the third quarter. I'm about to lock in. So yeah, but it's gonna be tough watching that team play. It's because that team is. Whew. Speaking of, it gets worse. Portland. I mean, Portland's so bad. They traded for a star player that can't even play for them. So that's how bad things are in Portland. Like there was a time they thought like Scoot Henderson was going to be that guy for them.
Oh yeah, he's not.
That has not worked out. So it's. They re-signed Shaden Sharp, who is going to dunk on you, and he's going to make you a highlight. So stay out of that man's way, because that man will dunk on you
for sure.
But that's where it ends. That's it. Like I've got nothing. I've got nothing on this team.
Yeah, Damian Lillard. That's it.
And he's hurt.
It's so bad, and he can barely jump from his videos.
Yeah, so he's not playing this season. I mean, assumingly next season, but still, this next team, I'm not even gonna do that to them, man. I'm not even gonna be disrespectful. Utah Jazz. These boys have been tanking for 5 years and can't get a good pick. These boys, they've been trying to tank to get every number one pick for since Danny Ainge got there. They've been wheeling and dealing and trying to get picks and get in the lottery and do all this, and they're still terrible. They sent Donovan Mitchell away. They sent Rudy Gobert away. They got all these picks, and they've got nothing to show for it. Nothing. Now what they're hoping for right now is that the dude DJ Abayanza, AJ Abayanza,
I think it's AJ.
AJ Abayanza, yeah, who's going to BYU. They're hoping that the NBA will be like, hey, he's kind of a hometown kid. I think dude's from North Carolina, but still, kind of a hometown kid. But he plays ball in Utah, so maybe we'll get a number one pick next year, and maybe we could draft him. But bro, I will laugh if this fails again.
It will.
And what'll make it even funnier if somehow the Spurs get the number one pick.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Or if listen, the Spurs and the Thunder have so many other people's picks with that are unprotected, they can wind up again in the lottery being a playoff team. So look, man, I wish nothing but terrible things on this Utah Jazz franchise. I wish nothing but terrible things. I don't wish terrible things on the players. I wish they stay healthy, all that things. But I wish they lose every game. I don't like this franchise. I don't like their biggest stars. I don't like John Stockton. I don't like Karl Malone. I don't like the way they sent Donovan Mitchell out, made him feel like it was his problem. I don't like it. I wish nothing but the worst for this franchise.
Hey,
I wish they never see 500 again. like I wish I could curse them for 15 years and say, "Hey, until you repent for your sins, you won't see 500 for 15 years." Like that's how I feel with this Utah Jazz team.
Oh God.
So yeah, I just don't like this
hilarious.
franchise, man. I just don't like it. It is not because they're in Utah, it's because they're a shoddy run franchise who prop up the worst of the worst people.
Oh my God. You are on a funny roll today, man.
I just don't like these. I don't like this team. But anyway, how do you feel this Utah Jazz team?
Hey, shout out to Lauri Markkanen. That's about it.
Lauri Markkanen has been about to be traded for like 3 years. They were like, he is too good. We can't have this man on this team. They've been supposed to trade that man and give that man some basketball life for 3 years, and they won't get rid of him. He is stuck in Utah. He is stuck. They even let Colin Sexton go, and I thought that they were not going to let him go.
Dude, oh my God. I was like, okay, like that's interesting. You went from bad to worse. That's where you went. Dude, what the heck? Poverty franchises everywhere.
Yeah, seriously.
Their second top player is Kevin Love, and then ready for it? Wait for it. Kyle Anderson. So Mr. 1, 2, 3 shooter.
Man. Don't they call him slow-mo? That's what they call
slow-mo, yeah.
Man, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're gonna get I'm not. So anyway, yeah, because I can't. There is nothing positive to say about that franchise, but there is something positive to say that tomorrow we got basketball back. We got big boy basketball back.
Yeah,
we've got the stars are going to be out. We got Shea, we got Kevin Durant, both are healthy. Steph is going to be playing. Luka's going to be playing tomorrow. So, man, I am excited about this season. On our next show, we maybe go into some championship predictions in the next show. We'll talk about the first week or whatever of the season. But yeah, man, I'm excited about this season. Like I felt like the summer went by fast, but I really realized how much I've missed basketball.
I feel that. I've missed basketball too. I miss watching poverty franchises tank on purpose. Now that we've talked about the Jazz, I might add them to the league pass to watch.
Bro, listen, add them to the league pass and be like, yo, I am ready to go to sleep. Listen, man. All you're gonna hear is clang, clang, ooh, foul, clang, ooh, foul, clang. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's bad basketball.
Mark it in for 3.
That's
That's
all
about
it
it.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Yeah, man. You know what? When the Jazz come to Milwaukee, you should go to that game.
Yeah, it'll be cheap.
And you
50
know,
bucks.
to make it worse, go to that game and watch Giannis not play. He'd be like, I'm not playing this. I'm not playing. You think I'm not playing this JV team. I'm sorry you paid your hard-earned money to come see me in Milwaukee to play Utah, but that is your mistake. We play a lot of good teams at home. Why would you pick the Utah? Why would you pick the Jazz to come to the game?
Listen. Giannis is gonna be like, Doc, I'm hurt. I'm too hurt. I don't want to play the Utah Jazz. And Doc's gonna be like, okay, who do you want to play? Giannis is gonna be like, put the Tanasas in there. Put the Tanasas in there.
Oh man. Yeah, man.
I might be the only one in the stadium. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro, see, oh man, hey. That is a nah, man. I
God.
would wish. I would say I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Nope, I would. I think that kind of falls in line with high people. Nope, I would wish that. Yeah. I wish you pay high dollar for tickets for none of the stars to play and it'd be against the Utah Jazz.
Every year.
That's what I would wish on. All right, look, this show went a little bit longer than we wanted to, but hey, we had to preview the Western Conference before we got out of there. The season starts tomorrow. Houston, OKC, Golden State, J Money's favorite team. It seems like
Yeah.
Golden State, and the Lakers starting tomorrow. So NBA basketball is back, baby. We'll be back, I think, Monday, and we may have some surprises. We'll see. We're gonna work that out. But Monday, big show, opening season. So I'm excited, man. So any last words?
I would say I'd echo what you say. Don't be a hater all your life, but hey, there's nothing wrong with being a hater part of your life.
For real. Again, as always, the Tribe Call Switch is brought to you by Southern Edge Beverages. Look in the description for the discount code for your first bottle. Appreciate everybody's support. Like, subscribe, share, and like Bunny said, don't be hating your whole life. All right, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.